president of ProView and general overall boss, for giving us this opportunity each week to come to you, to talk to you about name, image, and likeness, college athletics, anything that's sports related in Albuquerque and or New Mexico we can come up to. I also want to send out a shout out to behind the scenes, the guy who makes this all possible, Adrian, and today we'll call him Adrian from the City of Lights, LA. I got to concede, it looks like his beloved Dodgers are about to do it again. But I'll get off that topic now and just tell you that without Adrian, the show wouldn't happen. Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about. I've got a really interesting guest. We're going to have a little bit of a different conversation, a historical conversation. It's going to talk about recruiting, boosters, all in the pre-NIL days, when what's happening now was technically illegal. And basically what you will see, I believe, in the show is how the system then really took advantage of young athletes, put them in situations that they weren't able to deal with or weren't ready to deal with and shouldn't have to deal with it. So now we're in this new movement, and it's working out a little differently now. The advantage is tilted toward the student athlete if they know how to take care of that. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with our special guest, so stay with us, and we're going to sell you some items right here. We'll be right back.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the 505 Sports Venture Program. I'm super excited and about our guest today. I'm always excited about our guests, but this one is a little special because, first, let me introduce Demetrius Walker. Demetrius, thanks for coming on.
Kurt, thanks for having me.
Good to see you after all these years. Now, we're talking, you're 35 years old now?
Oh, man, don't say it too
loud. All right, so you're 35. And when we talk about his high school and college career, we're going back close to 20 years. And I realize a lot of people who file college sports weren't even paying attention then.
Right.
So we're going to do this interview a little different. We're not going to go straight through history. We're going to start with you in high school.
Okay.
Or getting recruited to high school.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to go backwards because your career actually starts in the mainstream, starts before high school.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned when we started off camera that you're a Southern Cal guy.
SoCal to the heart, to the core.
And yeah, so you like the Dodgers too?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Definitely love the Dodgers.
All right. LeBron?
Definitely a LeBron fan for sure, but Kobe's my goat.
All
Kobe's
right.
my
goat. Everyone under 50, every athlete I interview under 50 loves Kobe.
Yeah, you got to. Mamba mentality.
Okay. So now and we'll get to this, you're a prime recruit for high school.
Yes.
And so you get recruited to a private school, and a booster agrees to take care of you. Let's talk about that.
Well, we'll start.
So you're going to be a junior.
Yes, we'll start at Fontana High School.
Okay.
That's my hometown. I played freshman year, sophomore year there. Had a great 2 years while I was there. Took the school to the first playoff run in 12 years prior to me going there. So I had a great run, averaged 35 my sophomore year. But after my sophomore year, all my teammates were leaving. I was the only underclassman after my sophomore year. So my junior year, I was going to be coming back as the only returning varsity player. I was going to have a bunch of JV guys coming up. No disrespect to the JV guys, but I just wanted to, pursue a CIF title in California. That's what I wanted. So once that happened, one of my old teammates from middle school was like, hey, man, I'm playing out at J. Sarah Catholic High School in the Trinity League. We play versus the best teams in the state of California here. Modern day, with the Ware twins back then.
Right.
We got Clay Thompson at Rancho Santa Margarita. Man, we got ballers in the Trinity League. So come out here. We want to get you exposure. So his dad actually gave me a call, which was one of the boosters at the school. And he was like, Demetrius, come on out. We'll take care of you. We'll get you, an apartment complex. I was staying in Aliso Viejo at 17, or I was 16 at the time, but I turned 17. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, crazy. Got a car.
Living by yourself.
Living by myself. My mom was pursuing her career. She's a correctional officer now, been almost 20 years now, so she'll be retiring next year. But she went to Phoenix, Arizona. I stayed in California because I love Cali, man. I'm a Cali boy. So stayed in California to pursue my dream, right, as my mom's pursuing hers. So, go to J. Sarah. They moved me into my apartment, give me a car. I think I had like a, what was it at the time? This was 2007, I think, 2008. So I had a 03 Jaguar, I think. Not too bad, not shabby at all. So I'm driving to school every day. It's a great time. Oh man, J. Sarah was an experience. I'm going, it was a shell shock. I'll say this, the best car at Fontana High School was probably a 99 Toyota pickup, or, a Toyota Prius, or a Ford Ranger of some sort, just an old school car. J. Sarah, you got kids pulling up in Porsches, BMWs, Escalades. It was just a shell shock.
So it was a shell shock. Did you feel, were other guys on the basketball team sort of in your situation? Were there other?
Oh, no.
No, you were the ringer.
Yes.
You were the sole dude.
Yeah.
You were going to make the difference.
Exactly.
Did you?
Oh, of course. The year that I was there, and of course we'll get to what happened, but the year that I was there, we won the most games in the Trinity League. We also eclipsed, 20 wins. That hasn't happened before at that program. And Coach Tom Lewis at the time was a former, USC legend, SoCal legend as well, and he was my head coach. Great coach as well. And I had a great time playing there. However, with the season that I had, I averaged about 29 a game. First team, all state, and all that good stuff. During when who was there? DeMar DeRozan's senior year. Drew Holiday's senior year. Another big name at the time, he went to UCLA. Jeremy Anderson. There were some really good ballers during that time, and I was only a junior. Anyway, man, after the season, I'm thinking I'm going back for my senior year. I committed to the University of Southern California.
As a junior, you could sign, or at least commit.
Yeah,
that was pretty common to commit in your junior year. They wanted commitments. They kind of sought that out, and that was Tim Floyd.
Yes.
Okay, so you made a verbal to USC.
Yes.
Okay.
My junior year.
Some stuff happens.
Oh. Yeah, did it. So I'm playing there, having a great season again. I'm thinking that, I'm coming back for my senior year. And, I wake up one morning to go to class, of course, just to, open the door, get in my car, and drive to school like I've been doing the whole school year. However, on this morning, when I open my front door, there's about 6 or 7 different cameramen. We've got LA Times, we've got the Orange County Register, we've got the, I want to say it's the San Bernardino Sun, but I could be completely wrong with that, so forgive me there. But there was another, Fontana representative there, or an Inland Empire representative, I should say, from the newspaper. Demetrius, who pays for your apartment complex? Who's paying your, for your car? All these questions.
And you're 17.
I'm 17 years old.
Completely blindsided
Completely.
walking outside. Okay, so we have so much more to talk about. We're going to finish this story. Let me tell you, that is even my favorite part of what's going on here. So stay with us. Demetrius Walker will be here. We're going to take a short break, show you some stuff you should go out and buy, and then we'll be right back.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Kurt Roth. This is the 505 Sports Venture Foundation program. I've got our guest, Demetrius Walker, and we've got so much to talk about. I'm going to stop making noise and we'll go right back. So let me sum up before the break. You were getting supported to play at a private high school.
Yes.
Probably completely legal. Just off the books, maybe violated high school rules.
Exactly.
But nothing illegal. And I tell people this, there's no prohibition before NIL about paying someone in America to do a legal thing. Right. And they were supporting you to play high school basketball.
Yes.
It may sound strange to some people, but there was a reason for that. All right. So now you have a great year. You walk out your door, you get, like, what happens with the pictures, the press? What do you do?
I run back in the house immediately. I'm 17. I didn't really know.
No, who would know? Yeah. You could be 50 and not know what that means.
I had no idea what to do in that moment. So I just ran back in the house, and as a 17-year-old boy, what are you going to do? I'm gonna call my mom. Mom, Mom, there's 6-7 cameramen outside. I don't know what to do. What do I do? And she's like, well, hold on, let me call you back. Okay, Mom, thanks. But she called me back within like 2 minutes. I'm flying down right now. So my booster, again, rest in peace, Tom Stengel, one of the greatest guys, one of the angels on earth in my life. Seriously. But she called Tom. Tom flew her out next flight. Believe it or not, the cameramen were still there about 3 hours later. My mom flies in. She comes just like a running back through all the cameramen, moving everybody out the way. But we get that all squared away. They leave. Me and my mom just kind of stay there for that day, or she stayed the weekend till everything kind of blew over. That Monday, school starts. I get that call into the dean's office. I've been in the dean's office for, I'm a silly sock wearing guy. I always wear mismatched socks. So the dean was just like, hey man, sometimes can you just wear matching socks? That's the only conversation I've ever had with the dean. He calls me in and he's normally bright, smiling. Hey, Demetrius, how's it going? Today he was kind of, a little Eeyore, a little sad. And I just felt the vibe when I walked in, and I was just like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I've got some bad news, man, and I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but I have to. Unfortunately, we're going to have to ask you to transfer. And I'm like, what's going on? What happened? What did I do? Did I not uphold my end of the bargain or anything? What did I do wrong? He's like, it was nothing. It has nothing to do with you. We got a call today from the Orange County Register saying that, if you don't transfer from JSerra, we're going to have to forfeit all of our games from your junior year. And if you stay here for your senior year, we're going to have to forfeit all of your games for your senior year as well. As a player, of course, I want to stay in California. However, I care about my teammates first, and even the parents, right? There were families there. Could they afford the tuition? Of course, whatever. That's here nor there. However, they're still paying that tuition, and it's unfair for them to not be able to have a full season and have to forfeit games just because of me. So I decided to, go to Arizona. That's where my mom was.
That's where your mom was.
Yes.
Okay. So you're 17. I can't imagine that happened to me now. I'm 70. So at 17, shocking.
Yeah.
But your mom's there to support you. Your mom says, come, let's go. You're going to go to Phoenix.
Yes.
Scottsdale area.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to Scottsdale area. And where are you then? You become one of the top players in Arizona.
Oh, of course, immediately.
Okay.
I went to Arizona with the mindset of I'm going to win a state title. I'm the best basketball player in the state. I'm coming from California. So no disrespect to Arizona. I love Arizona. I love the basketball there. But when I said I'm going to Arizona, I'm going to win a state title. Not just because of me. I need a team, of course, but I'm going to lead us to that state title. So
you did.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could do 3 hours on this, and we're going to get you back. So now I just want to get on the timeline. We have already talked in the first segment how you verbal to USC.
Yes.
Then it came to signing day and something happened.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, man. Signing day. Anyone who's ever been through signing day, I'm sure you're probably, sleeping comfortably. You're excited for the next day. Hey, you're about to go to the school you've dreamt of.
Which was USC.
USC. I'm a California kid.
Tim Floyd,
yes,
head coach.
Tim Floyd.
Okay.
So I'm tossing and turning the night before, Kurt. I can't get any sleep. I don't know. I couldn't sleep. So I go to school. My teammates were both going to Weber State, so they were signing their letters. I was the last one. And when the camera got on me, I picked up the pen, my hands shaking, and I couldn't sign.
What do you think that was?
To be honest, I just feel like I needed to do a little bit more research just for myself to feel comfortable, right? And again, I didn't have any help through the process. My father wasn't really around my whole life, and my mom's a hardworking woman, working 2 jobs her whole life, and she just knows how to work hard. She's not really involved in the basketball decisions.
Well, who was? No one knew.
Exactly.
Because it was a little undercover, a lot of chicanery going on. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've just gone through a storm, let's say, with cameras, transfer, different play. Okay.
Exactly.
So you decide not to sign.
I don't sign. And man, when I mean to tell you, I seen a different side of the coaching experiences. All conversations up until that point were, rainbows and unicorns, right? But once I said or didn't sign to USC, that phone call I got from Tim Floyd was not the nicest. And I don't, hey, that is what it is. Don't really want to dive too deep into that, but let's just say that conversation. Let's just say that conversation was a little unprofessional, I felt at the time. And long story short, I don't go to USC.
Okay. So now we're about to take our second break. You don't go to USC. You're in Arizona, and Arizona State and the Sun Devils are in your backyard.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back with more with Demetrius Walker and one of the craziest recruiting college AAU stories in the history of AAU college and recruiting. Stay with us.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Okay, welcome back. I'm Kurt Roth. I got Demetrius Walker here, and we have gone through our first 2 full segments, and now you haven't gotten to college yet, and we're not going to do the UNM part today because we've got to do the pre-high school part, which I find just an incredible story. All right, so now you're in the backyard of ASU. They check you out. You hear from Herb Sendak.
Yep.
You know, you're kind of in the ozone now.
Oh, for sure. I'm not lost, but I'm just like, well, what do I do now? But I knew, hey, my talent at the time, I would be able to find a place to play. Right. It's just where would I find a place?
All right. So I don't want to get in. We don't have enough time to tell this guy's story, and we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it some justice. All right. So you go to ASU a year. Oh. And who takes you on your visit?
Oh, the legend himself, James Harden, was my host going into my freshman year at Arizona State. And, man, I mean, we all know the legend now of James Harden. But back then, you know, hey, he's a California kid as well, right? So we've matched up a couple different times just on the AAU circuit and, right, you know, just in high school, things of that nature. I know he was older, but I always played up. And I played against him a couple different times. So when I went on that recruiting trip, you know, it was just like, that's my brother, that's my boy. We've been knowing each other for years. So it was just all love, and I had a great time with him.
1 year he played, though.
1 year.
So when you got there, he was gone.
Yeah, he left after that.
And let me sum this up, because I want to get to the...
Of course.
I want to go back in time 5 or 6 years. The promises made to you weren't quite fulfilled by the staff there, as far as it was positioned that James was going to go and you might be the guy to replace him.
Exactly.
And you weren't really treated with that respect during your freshman year.
Not at all.
Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take a break here. We're not from the camera, from this story. We're going to go back in time because I remember this Sports Illustrated issue.
Oh.
And I didn't know who, I had never heard of Demetrius Walker. And at the time, what we're going to show you, I don't know, can we pump up this issue? Do you have the cover of Sports Illustrated? Because in the day that this article, this issue came out, for sports fans. That's
the second one, yeah.
That's the second one,
Yep.
okay. There was another one that had Tom Brady on the cover.
Yes, sir.
And was a preview.
Teddy Brukowski.
Is it Teddy Brukowski?
Teddy Brukowski
Okay.
or Bruschi? Yeah.
Bruschi. All right.
Brukowski.
So for those who remember, Sports Illustrated was an event. It came out every week. You look forward to it. You really, even in 2005, the internet, there you go. The internet was new. There it is.
Yep.
There's our linebacker.
There it is.
You're right. So I want everybody who can see, look at the lower right-hand corner. You see this kid? I mean, he's 14 years old.
14, sir.
14. I'm like, and I'm a college basketball. I go, who is this dude?
Right.
So I read the story. #1 player in the country at age 14.
Yes.
And there's a whole nother deal there with you and the AAU guy.
Yes.
And you were living alone for a while as a 14-year-old, no? 15-year-old?
Nah,
no?
Not necessarily living alone. It was just a point in time where, hey, you know, I was kind of house jumping just a little bit.
Right.
But, you know, at the end of the day, my mom always took care of
Okay.
everything. She held down everything for me. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you were being marketed though, and for those of us who ran in the AAU circuit, there was a way for the promoters or the coaches or the organizers to make money.
Definitely.
And the kid, you weren't getting paid.
Not at all.
No. But if he had the number one player, and it still exists to some extent today, it's a little more above board, you can sell your AAU team or your prep school travel team because you've got kids who are attractive to college coaches and they want to see them. But in those days, he was marketing. You had a bunch of good players on that team.
We had the number one team in the country. So yeah.
Okay. So now the number one team, and he's 14 years old, front cover of Sports Illustrated. Guys like me going, who the heck is this kid? And as it turns out, the story it's a provocative story, and we're going to pop up a book cover here because there's a feature nonfiction story. Yep. Okay, if you look in the bottom, there's your picture. There you go.
Yep.
This George Dorman, who won a Nobel Prize, Pulitzer Prize, also recently helped produce and write a show, a real good AAU show produced by Kevin Durant, and I'm blanking on the name.
I want to say it might be called Swagger.
Swagger. There you go. Swagger, great show. If you guys want to read about recruiting and the life of this guy as a young man, talks all about how, basically, in my opinion, his talent was used by adults, was capitalized, monetized by adults, and not always in his best interest. It's an incredible read, and it's just, it makes me think more, and we got a couple minutes, a minute and a half. Can you imagine what NIL would have been like when you were playing?
Oh, man, I can only imagine what it would have been like. But I do want to say one thing about that book, Kurt, if you don't mind.
Please.
To anyone who's watching, I still to this day, my mom, just my entire family, we haven't received a penny
from the book.
Not a single cent. So
okay,
I don't want to say to the the viewers out there, don't go buy it and all that stuff. But I do want to say.
All right.
Yeah.
That even makes me more disheartened. So what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you back.
Please.
I'm going to ask you to go through the book.
Please, yeah.
And we want to talk about the truths, the inaccuracies. And now we're going to talk about yet another situation where the athlete is not compensated for his value.
Like they are today.
So now we've got a process where, again, the advantage has tilted a little bit to the student athletes. Seems like the government's trying to restrict it, stop the transfer portal. But, and that's one more thing. One more thing. We left out his coming to UNM.
Yes.
You transferred. Ryan Miller recruited you to UNM.
Yes.
You left ASU. You came 400 miles to Albuquerque, and you had to sit out a year.
Oh, the worst. I don't want to say the worst year ever because you learn a lot, but believe it or not, that year changed my life, Kurt, and it's because I had 3 different knee surgeries.
We're going to come back.
Yes.
We're going to have another episode. We're going to finish this. We're not going to finish. We're going to continue the Demetrius Walker
Let's go.
story. Hey, man, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Stay with us. Awesome.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Try this shit better than all my intentions.